Chapter 14, Radiant Shield. Darrell vanished into the blinding red storm. The moment the Titan Protocol-empowered Titan crossed the threshold, the gateway slammed shut behind him, collapsing into a lattice of razor-edged geometry and sealing with a thunderous crack. The shockwave threw the remaining Core 3 backward across the broken platform. Raymond crashed shoulder first into a jagged pillar. Lucio hit the ground hard, rolling to absorb the impact. Al slammed into a floating slab of fragmented architecture, knocking the breath from his lungs. A long moment passed before any of them moved. Raymond was the first back on his feet. "Darrell," he roared, sprinting toward the sealed gateway. It didn't budge. Raymond punched it. The gate rippled but remained solid. He punched it again. Red sparks crackled across its surface. Lucio staggered to his feet. "Ray, stop." Titan Protocol sealed it. Only Darrell can reopen that gate from the inside. Raymond slammed a fist into the wall once more before resting his forehead against it. "Damn it." Al clutched his ribs. "We knew this might happen." Raymond's voice cracked. "Doesn't mean I have to like it." Before Lucio could speak, the void around them trembled again. A new pulse. Lower. Heavier. The domain shifted. Massive fractures tore across the floating platforms, and rivers of red corruption surged upward like geysers. Dozens of phantoms were formed out of the ether, their bodies flickering into existence in perfectly synchronized lines. Lucio scanned the area. "They're reorganizing." Al nodded grimly. "It's the Overlord. It's controlling the outer domain while Darrell fights inside." Raymond cracked his neck, energy flickering around him. "Then let him come. I owe them payback." But Lucio stepped between him and the approaching swarm. "Wait." Raymond blinked. "Wait? For what?" "A personal invitation." Lucio pointed upward. A red vortex was forming above them, huge, swirling, and hungry. "This isn't a normal wave," Lucio said. Ael's visor expanded into wide-spectrum mode. His breath caught. Lucio's right. The Overlord isn't sending troops. The vortex expanded. Lightning spiraled. Shapes emerged inside it. Dozens. Hundreds. Thousands. Raymond's eyes widened. "No way." Al whispered, "It's sending everything it has." The phantom swarm descended. A black, seething tidal wave of corrupted forms spiraling downward like a cyclone of talons and red fire. Raymond braced for impact. Lucio shifted into defensive stance. But Al stepped forward. The Golden Architect. He extended both arms at his sides. Golden circuits ignited along his suit, flowing faster than they ever had before, faster than they were designed to. His visor flashed warnings, but he ignored every one of them. Raymond frowned. "Al, what are you doing?" Lucio's breath hitched. "No." Al spread his fingers. Golden light condensed in the open air. Slow at first, then brighter, hotter. "Raymond," Al said quietly, "you can't punch a sky full of monsters." Raymond clenched his fists. "No, but I can sure as hell try." Lucio grabbed his arm. "Not this time." Raymond looked between them. "You guys are scaring me." Lucio pointed at Ael's visor. "Look closer." Raymond did. He saw strain, exhaustion, fear. But beneath all that, clarity. Al had already made up his mind. Raymond's voice cracked. "Al, no." Al stepped forward one more time. "This is what I'm built for." He raised both hands toward the falling swarm. And screamed, "Radiant shield, full emission." The light ignites. Golden light exploded outward in every direction, brighter than the sun, brighter than any system-generated flare. The blast carved a dome of pure energy from thin air, expanding rapidly until it encompassed the entire platform. The dome struck the descending phantoms like a divine hammer. The first 100 dissolved instantly. The next 1,000 shrieked as the golden barrier repelled them, hurling them backward. Their forms cracked and disintegrated the moment they touched the shield's surface. Raymond staggered. "Holy," Lucio whispered, he's protecting the entire domain entrance." Ael's feet were planted firmly, but the energy pouring through him made the ground crack beneath him. He strained, pushing against the force of the entire phantom swarm pressing down on him. The dome flickered, then strengthened. More phantoms fell, more shattered. Raymond stared in awe. "Al, you absolute monster." But Al didn't hear him. His teeth were clenched, eyes fixed on the sky as the shield grew thicker, more radiant, more impossibly complex. Golden glyphs formed throughout the barrier, patterns that looked almost like sacred sigils, complex diagrams of geometry and logic woven into glowing armor. Lucio recognized them immediately. The architect's calculus. Al nodded weakly. "I held the vault together. I can hold this too." Raymond took a step toward him. "Then let us help." "No." Al's shout shook the air. Raymond froze. "Your output is needed for the Overlord." Al strained, voice cracking under the pressure. "You can't waste energy here. You have to break through when Darrell makes the opening." Lucio nodded. "He's right." Raymond clenched his jaw. "But your..." Al screamed again as another wave of phantoms slammed against the barrier, sending ripples of pain through him. "I know what I'm doing." Lucio stepped forward and placed a hand on Raymond's shoulder. "Al is the shield. You and I, we're the sword." Another wave struck the barrier. Al roared. Golden cracks spread up his arms. Raymond turned toward the swirling gateway. "Darrell's going to need us." Al gave a trembling nod. "That's the plan." The barrier shook violently. The vortex above twisted tighter. A monstrous phantom, larger than any before, descended from the sky with wings of pure red lightning. Raymond's eyes widened. "Al." Lucio's breath stopped. "It's a corrupted apex." Al gritted his teeth. His glow intensified. The dome thickened. "Geo," he shouted, voice breaking. "I can hold them." Raymond hesitated only a moment, then nodded fiercely. "Don't die," he said. Al managed a weak grin. "No promises." Raymond sprinted toward the gateway. Lucio followed, blue energy swirling around him. Behind them, the golden dome shook as the apex slammed into it with earth-shattering force. Al screamed, and the radiant shield flared with impossible brilliance. Golden light erupted across the void. Even the Overlord's chamber flickered. Darrell felt the pulse from deep inside. His Titan form paused mid-strike. He whispered, "Al." And then he roared. The Overlord roared back. And the battle inside the core chamber began.